Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming to another video. All right, so I figured I'd do a therapy session because I've had a really good day, man. I've been following basketball, enjoying the heck out of everything that we've been doing. I just wanted to take a couple seconds, kind of just decompress on all the basketball stuff. Because if you guys are following my videos, you know how the brain goes. It just goes. But yeah, today's been great, man. I love NBA free agency. All this talk about free agency has just got my mind all over the place in regards to just, guys being able to put themselves in a position to take care of their families is a beautiful thing, man. Just being able to take your money back home, you know what I mean? And then I look up and I see Miles Bridges in his situation. And that is really where my brain has gone. I just really feel it's unfortunate for him, fortunate for her, first and foremost, the victim. It's just sad that their family is going through all of this at this point in time. This is a time in their lives where they should be celebrating the biggest payday they've ever had, and instead he's arrested on felony domestic charges. She's posting pictures of her nose broke and just the pain, you know what I mean, the anguish, talking and telling us of how it went and the horror that her children went through and having to see that. I am a strange mind, and you guys know that. I look at things different, and sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I've stood on the hill of skepticism before and have been absolutely wrong, like dead wrong, a couple times on camera. If you go through enough of my videos, you may find that a lot in the past. But a couple of times, man, sometimes things just, I don't know, man. It's because of how my life is, I guess. I look at timing a lot. When certain things occur, there are reasons why things could legitimately occur in certain times. And there's the conspiracy theory side of things that you can also allow your mind to go to. So for me, that's kind of where my mind is split here. Like, I legitimately hear everybody who's immediately doing what society's supposed to do in 2022, which is listen to the victim, believe the victim, and immediately run to their defense. And then there's a facet of people who will automatically take the opposite end of that for no other reasons than to be contrarians. And I assure you, I am not that. I'm neither. I am neither. But what I'm telling you is, I honestly don't see how this adds up to me. Now, because he has this kind of day ahead where he's literally on the verge of making $100 million, he's been rapping about this. If Detroit, if Charlotte can't pay me, Detroit won't pay me. He's looking forward to this. He's been waiting for this day for a whole year, mind you, because we knew last year that Mike didn't have his money secure, so we knew this was on the way. You get all the way up into this moment, and you do something like this. But look, here's the problem. This is where my mind starts doing other stuff. The victim is claiming that you've been doing this. And finally, this time was enough. But here's where my brain messes up. Here's where I just can't turn my brain off. This is where the skepticism comes in and makes me look like a bad person, because I just can't be blind here. I can't shut this part off. My brain is going to ask a question, and it's going to ask you this: why this time, the day before the $100 million contract, have we grown the courage to finally fess up about this man's actions? If he's been doing this all this time, why are we letting this here moment be the time that's too much? I don't have an answer for that. And maybe it's something wrong with my brain. Maybe I just need some help. That's why I do these therapy sessions. Maybe I'm a borderline sociopath or something. I don't know. Maybe I have some type of complex where I just blame victims. I don't know. I honestly am never going to rule out any skepticism you have about what's coming out of my mouth, because I honestly don't even know where this derives from. I just be getting feelings about things, man. I had a feeling about Jussie Smollett before people started talking about how they thought he was lying. As soon as they said that Subway sandwich hit the ground in the snow, and then he came back and ate it later without warming it up, and then they told me it was what kind of sandwich they said that was? A meatball sandwich? You trying to tell me a meatball sandwich was in the snow in 2-degree weather? You picked it up, threw it in the trash can, pulled it out of the trash can, and didn't warm it up, and then proceeded to eat it? That was the story that I got. I don't know. If that was the story that I got, that told me there was cap there. And I was believing it was cap from there. Everything else after that, the trial, all that, I already knew he was lying, because the freaking Subway sandwich, that gave it away for me, period. This story, if he'd been having a history of doing this, and you're a mother on the verge of getting $100 million, this time he did what he just did ain't gonna be the time you make sure the whole world knows he's the jackass. You're not gonna do that before your family gets $100 million. You're not gonna do that. Now, I'm an asshole for saying that, right? That's the truth. I will admit I'm an asshole for saying that. But I'm not thinking along the lines of ethics. I'm thinking about a mother who's going to make sure her kids are taken care of for life. She's not doing this. She's not doing this when she's been taking whatever she's been taking from this man this long. She ain't gonna wait to the day before he becomes the richest person he's going to be to tell the world what type of abusive asshole he's gonna be. No, she gonna wait until a couple days after that's signed, so her kids can make sure that money is in their pocket. This don't make no sense. I'm sorry, this doesn't make any sense. I could see him flipping out the day before free agency because the pressure, maybe he has mental illness, all of that could make him flip out. But her bringing this to us before he gets a chance to sign that big deal, that don't make no sense to me, y'all. That don't add up. And look, maybe this is ridiculous. Maybe this is the wrong thing to say, but I'm already over the line, so we're gonna keep with it. This is a basketball player's wife, y'all. I don't know that the ratio of basketball players' wives are in those situations historically if the money is not a part of the equation. Ain't too many Savannahs out there, y'all. Ain't too many Savannah James. That's all I'm saying. So, what is really going on here? That's what I want to know. If he's an asshole who's been beating her up and she's not thinking clearly because he's an asshole and it's just time because she's finally fed up, I still don't understand how she did make sure that her kids got that bag. Never mind that I sound like an asshole in saying it. I'm talking about a mother's protection of her children. That is the key to all of this. I'm going to make sure my babies are protected because this monster didn't just put us through all this to leave us with only whatever he's worth now, right before he's about to be worth $100 million? Nah, man. No. Now, further speculation into why something like this would occur or why someone would take these far steps, I wouldn't be responsible in speculating. But what I can say is people have done a ton less for a hell of a lot less money. A ton less. So that's on my soul, and I will take the brunt of how horrible I look and sound when I say that, because I understand that you can't have this position without sounding horrible. But I think the problem with where we're at right now is that because we're so focused on being victim eccentric, which is absolutely a good thing, there are circumstances that can get nestled in the cracks where people can slide through and do stuff because of that environment. And you need minds like mine to be looking for that kind of stuff. Now, if we happen to be wrong when we're looking, I'm so sorry. But if you don't have people like me looking for stuff like this, those people are gonna slip through the cracks, and a lot of bad stuff gonna happen while everybody's looking for the victim. Because 9 out of 10 victims are really victims, but there's that one, those opportunists who are gonna take advantage of everybody's heartstrings, gonna take advantage of everybody's lack of independent thought and unwillingness to put the pieces together and read the tea leaves, which this brain does. That's what it do. I'll take the brunt of what it makes me look like, because I know where I'm coming from is true. First of all, if he did this, regardless of what her intentions is in hurting him or whatever, he gonna have to go ahead and sit down and don't deserve a damn dime. But she does, if she's a victim. Her children do, for the trauma that they went through. They deserve the $100 million that he's supposed to leave them behind as a basketball playing provider. Her truth did effectively step in front of that. However that equates. The fact of the matter is, I don't know of many mothers that would allow that to happen if they had been allowing it to happen prior to. That's key. If this is the first time he ever did this and he flipped out, that's different. But she's trying to sell us on the fact that he's been doing this. What else is there to say? My name is BDF 44. Thank y'all for watching.